Hello everyone, I am welcoming you all once again to this channel. Today I am going to make a video on the COHP analysis using the LOBSTER software. So here I have installed this software, and using this software we can also calculate the COHP and various other analysis. And this is also compatible with this quantum espresso, VASP and Wine64, and some other informations also it has been given using this by this software. And here we are going to calculate all these COHP and any other analysis using our VASP software. So I am going to open this, and here you can see various examples are also given, like this carbon nanotube, diamond, FeNi3, fullerene gas, titanium. So various such the example calculations, and their input and input files are given. So okay, so now before going ahead, I would like to tell you that what is this COHP analysis. This COHP is the crystal orbital Hamilton population. It is a bonding analysis between the analysis method, and it also tells how electronic states contribute to bonding, antibonding or non-bonding interactions between two atoms as a function of energy. So, and also this is a solid state analog molecular bonding analysis. So here as I have opened this carbon nanotube example file, so here you can see that we have given as one incar file. So I am going to open it. So this incar file is very simple, like here you can see the algo is normal and the precision is normal, and here we are calculating the I spin 1, that means no so this I spin 1 we have taken, which is nothing but this. If I will search the same in the VASP wiki, I will get to know that I spin 1 specifies the spin, I spin specifies the spin polarization, but here we are interested in the non-spin polarized calculations. And here the number of n bands that is given to be 128. This is actually system specific. You can also find it out from the earlier video that we have made on the on this band structure and DOS. And here the LDL is auto and NSW is 0, like only a single point calculation we will do here. And this is the minimum NEL mean is the minimum number of NELM step that to be performed is 4 here, and I smear is 0, that is the Gaussian smearing we are using, and this is the energy cutoff. And so next is the I symmetry is equal to -1. So this I symmetry -1 meaning isometry, which will define the way that VASP treats to the symmetry, and if it is -1, then that means it will use a symmetry which is switched off completely, because like here we don't want to take any symmetry. So this is the normal and very standard incar file that one can use for doing a COHP calculation using this LOBSTER. And then this is a simple K point value, like here they have taken the 17 K grid. And next is the postcar file. So this postcar file is only is for the carbon nanotube, so only carbon atoms are present. So here I can also open the postcar file to show you that what kind of structure it is. So this is the carbon nanotube structure, as you can see, and we are having 32 atoms in this carbon nanotube. Okay. And now the last part is this LOBSTERing. So there is also one input file for this LOBSTER calculation, and here you can see that this COHP start energy is equal to -22 as given over here. Like this is the given file that we have found in this LOBSTER software. So whatever the values they have taken, I am only using that. So So what is this COHP start energy? So this sets the lower energy limit in electron volt for the COHP calculation. So this COHP will be computed starting from the value 22 eV, and it is also defined to have a deep valence state. As we are using carbon, so it will take carbon 2s as the dominated region, and also this is very good value for a carbon system, and also it can provide us a complete binding structure, like overall binding picture we can get if we will set this start energy to 22 electron volt. And next one is the COHP end energy, that is set to be 6, and this value is the upper limit defined in the electron volt for the COHP analysis. And also it has a physical meaning, like the unoccupied antibonding states it will include, which will be up to plus 6 electron volt above Fermi energy. Okay, so this is nothing but a kind of range or a kind of energy level that we are setting above our Fermi energy, which will include the unoccupied antibonding states, and this is also very much useful for the stability and the exciton effect and some other analysis as well. Next one is the basis set. So here the basis set is the bunch. So what is this? It uses the bunch minimal atomic basis for projection, and as we know that the carbon atom, if we will write the electronic configuration for carbon, it will only have the s and p orbital. So as we know that s orbital will have only one value and like only one projection, but this p orbital can have px, py and pz like that, and it will include all the projections of any orbital. Next one is this include zero orbital. So here we have given only s and p, that you can see, because this carbon atom only includes s and p, as we have we can see from its electronic configuration. But if you are having a system which has s, p, d and other orbitals as well, you can also include them here to get the overall picture. And at the end is that the COHP generator from 1.4 to 1.5. So what is it telling? So this is the very important part of our calculation. So LOBSTER will automatically detect and calculate the COHPs for all the atom pair whose bond length is lying between 1.4 to 1.5 angstrom. So here this is the value like using which our LOBSTER can plot the COHP for a particular system. And sometimes also people, so here I have tried, so using this input from like as given by the LOBSTER, here I have tried to do the same calculation using the carbon nanotube. And here also another thing I would like to tell you, that here I have included another comment, that is the COHP between atom 1 and atom 2, and for this calculation I have commented out this because I want to go with this much. But if you want to see the COHP between a particular any two particular atom, then you can use the COHP between atom 1 and atom 2. And yeah, so using all these inputs and the different tags that has been specified for this particular calculation, so here after including one podcast file for the carbon atom, I have tried to do this calculation, and this is what the output file that I have found, like I got after the calculation. So here simply I am going to open the same in a terminal, and I am simply going to use the command LOBSTER, as I have installed this entire software in this command, like I can access this using this command. So this LOBSTER I am hitting. Here you can see like it will do some calculations based on the input and output that we have given. So now you see that as we are having only carbon atom, so it is saying that the recommended basis function is 2p and 2s, and And also this C bunch is nothing, as we have discussed, that C bunch is nothing but the 2s, 2py, 2pz and 2px. And some warnings also it is providing, like you did not specify any basic functions, thus I will default to use this recommended basis function. So don't worry about, so if we are not able to provide, then it can also take by itself. And this is how you can see, like it is also doing this PDOS using Gaussian smearing, writing COOPCAR dot lobster, and it is also writing PCOHPs, so various things, and also this charge dot lobster. So various calculation can be done using this particular software, but we are interested in the lobster, in this COHP analysis. Now after performing this, if I will do this LS, now you see that various files we are having. Now we are having this COHP car and COBI car and this COOPCAR. So various files now we have included. Now you can see this. Now what is the next part? So here I would like to plot this. As we are interested in COHP, so I would like to plot this file. Okay, so here I am opening. So you can see like this file looks like this, which includes all the information about this about the COHP analysis. And here, what if I will try to plot the same using the GNU plot? So here I am opening GNU plot, and in the terminal I have written like plot COHP car dot lobster using using the line segment. Here is the plot that we have found, and this is all based on our values that we have given, and we have set the ranges of the energy and all. So based on that, this is the kind of plot that we have got. Okay, so yeah, so this much for today's video, and this is how one can try to do the COHP analysis. And for plotting we can use any such software, but this is specific for a specific system, so this is only for the carbon nanotube. If you have your own specific file, then you can also go for this COHP calculation using this lobster. So thank you all, and bye bye.